Today, we are going to get into one of the most relatable and honestly frustrating parts of being human, that constant battle we seem to have with our own bad habits. We're going to dive into why your brain seems to love them so much, and more importantly, how you can actually work with its ancient programming to make changes that actually stick. Have you ever found yourself doing something you know isn't good for you, and you just stop and think, why? Why do I keep doing this to myself? You're not alone. It's a question basically everyone asks themselves. I mean, look at this list. Does any of it ring a bell? That just one more video scroll that turns into an hour? Putting off that big project until the last minute? Or grabbing that snack you swore you were done with? These aren't just random slip-ups. They're actually clues that tell us something really important about how our brains work. So let's reframe this. This isn't about you being flawed or lazy. Let's treat it like a mystery we need to solve. And once you understand the rules of the game your brain is playing, you can absolutely figure it out. And this is the part that drives us crazy, right? It feels so irrational. It's like one part of you is saying, let's get healthy, let's be productive, while another part of you grabs the steering wheel and swerves directly into a donut shop. So what is really going on in there? Well, it turns out the culprit is your own brain. But listen, it's not trying to ruin your life, I promise. It's actually trying to help you. The problem is, it's operating on a super old software program, one that was designed for survival in a world that looks nothing like ours today. Seriously, think about your brain like an old computer. It was top of the line for its time. But now you're trying to run modern apps on it, and it gets a little glitchy. Its core programming is all about one thing: keeping you alive, and it uses a very simple, ancient rulebook to do it. And here are those rules. They're incredibly simple, but incredibly powerful. Rule 1, seek out rewards, things that feel good, like food and pleasure. Rule 2, conserve energy whenever possible. Don't waste it on things that aren't essential. And Rule 3, repeat what's familiar, because the unknown could be dangerous. For our ancestors, following these rules was the difference between life and death. So how do these ancient rules create our modern habits, like checking our phones every 2 minutes? Well, it all boils down to this really powerful automatic process that scientists call the habit loop. Every single habit you have, the good, the bad, all of them, is built on this simple 3-step foundation. It starts with a cue, which is just a trigger. That cue leads to an action, which is the habit itself. And that action gives you a reward, which is the little payoff that tells your brain, hey, that was good. Let's remember this and do it again. And you can see it playing out all day long. The cue might be a feeling of boredom. The action, you pull out your phone and open an app. The reward, a quick hit of novelty and simulation. Or maybe the cue is stress. The action is to eat something sweet. The reward is that little moment of relief. This loop is running constantly in the background of our lives. And this is the most important part to understand. Your brain doesn't really care if a habit is good for your future. It's not making a moral judgment. It's only asking one question. Did that action give me a quick reward? If the answer is yes, it immediately starts paving a neural pathway to make that action easier and more automatic next time. And that brings us to the exact reason bad habits feel so impossible to break. It's because they're absolute masters at exploiting our brain's addiction to getting a reward right now. This slide just lays it out so perfectly. Think about good habits like exercising or studying. The effort, the cost, is upfront, right now. The payoff, that's way down the road. But bad habits, they do the exact opposite. The pleasure of eating junk food or procrastinating happens immediately. The cost gets pushed into the future. And our ancient survival brain, which is wired to care about the here and now, will choose that immediate reward almost every single time. So if we're up against millions of years of evolution, what do? Is it hopeless? Not at all. The secret isn't to just try harder or rely on willpower. The secret is to become a smarter architect of your own habits. It's about reprogramming the system. So how do we do that? Well, instead of fighting the habit loop, we're going to redesign it. We're going to learn to manage our cues by changing our environment. We're going to find better ways to get the same reward, and maybe most powerfully of all, we're going to change the very identity that our habits are trying to support. Let's start with the cue. Your environment is practically screaming suggestions at you all day. If the junk food is sitting right there on the counter, it's a constant visual cue to eat it. Willpower is like a muscle. It gets tired. So instead of trying to resist temptation all day, just make the bad cues invisible and make the good cues super obvious. You win half the battle right there. Now let's talk about identity, because this is a real game changer. Your brain wants your actions to line up with the person you believe you are. So if your internal story is, I have no discipline, your brain will actually help you prove that right. But what if you change the story? What if you start telling yourself, I'm the kind of person who's learning to take control? That simple shift gives your brain a brand new target to aim for. And this really is the bottom line. It's so important. Your brain isn't being bad. It's just using old shortcuts to solve modern problems. So your job isn't to beat yourself up for having these habits. Your job is to get curious, figure out what problem the habit is trying to solve, and then build a better, healthier solution to meet that same need. Because here's the cool thing. Once you make that better path just a little easier, a little more rewarding, and a little more familiar, that ancient survival brain of yours won't fight you on it. It'll actually start to love the new habit too. So let me leave you with this question. What's just one small, better solution that you can start building today?